Hey, YouTube, what's up? Pause it. All right. Oh, why is it echo on here? Can you still hear me? Maybe not. Let's see. Okay. Actually, I'm going live again. It was seemed to work pretty good for me last time. Let's see. For my week 9 NFL picks. And let's go ahead and get it started. Like I said, this everybody can watch this later on. This is kind of a nice, quick, easy way to get these picks out there. Because I'm a busy man. Big day AJ is. Last week I went 9-6. Not too bad. Not horrible. My overall record for the season now is 76-46. So yeah, 30 games over 500. Pretty happy about that. Could be a little bit better though. Okay, let's start off the Thursday night game. The Jets are visiting the Colts. Jets have been the giant killers this year. They beat Cincinnati last week. They beat Tennessee earlier in the year for the 2 wins. But I'm gonna have to go with the Colts. They could have won the game last week against Tennessee. A couple of late turnovers by Carson Wentz, but I'm a believer in the Colts. I think they're going to make a playoff push. I'm not going to say they're going to make it at this point, but I'm going to take them to win against the Jets. Next, we have Las Vegas Raiders at the Giants, and I tell you what, the Las Vegas Raiders are they've had so much turmoil going on this year. The latest now in a very tragic situation. Henry Ruggs was involved in a fatal car crash. He was the driver, allegedly under the influence of something, drinking alcohol, probably drunk, driving, or whatever. Resulted in the death of another person. His car slammed into the back of a vehicle and it burst into flames. Very sad and tragic story. Don't want to get into too much of it here, but yeah, he's actually been cut from the team, so that's the least of everyone's worries involved. But with all that being said, I'm going to still take the Raiders on the win. I know they're going across country, but I'm not a big believer in the Giants. I don't think they've got enough to beat the Raiders, so taking the Raiders. Next up, Atlanta Falcons at the New Orleans Saints. Saints, another injury riddle. They lost their quarterback James Winston last week in the win against Tampa Bay. Big shock there. Atlanta's coming off a loss to Carolina. Not a big believer in the Falcons this year. There's nothing much to root for them about. I'm gonna take the Saints at home, whoever the quarterback's going to be. I think Alvin Kamara is too much of a handful. The defense is pretty darn good, so taking the Saints. Next up, my easiest pick of the week: Buffalo at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Buffalo. Enough said. Cleveland at Cincinnati. Ooh, would be a tough one. Cleveland's got some issues going on with Baker Mayfield and OBJ. What's going on there? To me, I don't know who we're going to get. Cincinnati just came off a loss to the Jets, but I think they're going to bounce back since they're at home, and I think they're going to edge out Cleveland in a close one, like a 27-21 type ball game. So, yeah, I'm taking the Bengals, riding with them. New England at Carolina. I'm going to take New England, even with if Christian McCaffrey does come back. New England's yeah, here comes Bill Belichick and his team. They're just playing Bill Belichick ball. Mac Jones, I think, is going to be the rookie of the year at this point, unless Jamar Chase just keeps ripping it up. But yeah, I don't. I mean, Mac Jones is getting better and better every week. Great game manager, didn't make the big mistake, and I think they're going to take the Carolina Panthers out this week. Denver at Dallas, got to go with the Cowboys. Yeah. Especially if Dak Prescott comes back. But Cooper Rush led them to a win last week against the Vikings. I just don't think Denver has enough to match Dallas, especially in Jerry World. So I'm taking the Cowboys, and a pretty easy game for them. Next up, Minnesota, Baltimore. Minnesota's one of those teams that come up and win one, or they come out and play atrocious. Baltimore had a bye last week. They got blown out by the Bengals a week before that in a big shock. I think they're going to come back, regroup, and uh, Lamar Jackson's going to have a big game. Baltimore, at least by 10 points. Houston at Miami in the garbage game of the week. I want to take Miami since they're at home. That's the only reason. So yeah, go Dolphins. Woo-hoo. Next up, we have the Chargers visiting the Eagles in Philadelphia. Chargers have had a couple of pretty crappy games here lately. Justin Herbert has been playing well the last couple of weeks or last couple of games, but I think they're going to take the Eagles out this week and get back on track. They're pushed for the playoffs. So yeah, I'm taking the Chargers. Now, this is was going to be the game of the week. Still could be, but a big blow was just announced today to the Green Bay Packers that Aaron Rodgers has contracted COVID and is not going to be available this week against Kansas City. That really changed my mind. I was going to go with the Packers all the way. But with that, I'm going to take KC at home against a Aaron Rodgers Green Bay Packers squad. So yeah, I don't. This would be Jordan Love's first start. I have no idea what he's going to do. He hasn't really impressed when he's gotten chances in the preseason so far. Like the first couple of years of his career, I don't see him doing much in his first start. I'm thinking Kansas City's going to win this by at least a touchdown or more. Arizona and San Francisco. I'm taking the Arizona Cardinals coming off the loss to Green Bay last week. I think they're going to be too much for San Francisco. Even though San Francisco got a big win against Chicago last week, offense kind of got on track a little bit, but they're facing the Cardinals, and the Cardinals are just beast mode this year. So, yeah, Cardinals, Kyler Murray, I think they've got this game. Sunday night game, Tennessee Titans without Derrick Henry out for probably the rest of the year. If not, they could come back for the playoffs if they make it. Uh, Visiting the Rams. Rams just got Von Miller in a trade, big trade this week. Shore up more of the defense just to make them that much better. So yeah, I don't see Ryan Tannehill doing much against that Rams defense, especially adding Von Miller. I think the Rams are going to win by 10 points, 2 touchdowns. I really do. I think they're going to come out and just explode. And then finally on Monday night, we have the Chicago Bears visiting the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, this is a hard one. Well, not real hard. Pittsburgh's been playing really good football the last couple of weeks. I wouldn't say really good, but pretty good. I'm going to take the Steelers at home Monday night. So, yeah, there you have it. My picks this week are Indianapolis, the Raiders, New Orleans Saints, Buffalo, the Bengals, the Patriots, Cowboys, Ravens, Dolphins, Chargers, Chiefs over Green Bay, Arizona Cardinals, the Los Angeles Rams, and the Steelers. Those are my picks for the week. Hopefully, I will see everybody down in the comments and we can talk a little bit about it. But I wanted to get this video out while I had a chance. And yeah, I went ahead and did it live again. So please like, subscribe when you watch this later, and let me know who you're picking. And happy football week 9 week, everybody. Big Daddy J out. Thank you guys for watching.